Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're not just, skimming the surface. We're really plunging deep into the intricate layers of Africa's relationships with global powers.
Yeah, it's a huge topic.
It really is. And it demands we look past the headlines, doesn't it? Really try to understand what's shaping the continent's path.
Absolutely. I mean, you see African nations, they're recognized as sovereign on the world stage. That's fundamental.
Right.
But the question we kind of have to grapple with is that sovereignty truly unfettered? Or are there subtler forms of influence creeping in, creating a new kind of dependency?
Exactly. And that's where our source comes in today. We're diving into this analysis called Recolonization of Africa, the players, the strategies, and the endgame.
hmm
It's a piece that, honestly, it really makes you reconsider the usual narratives.
It definitely pushes you to move beyond just the flags and anthems,
hmm
those traditional markers of independence,
Yeah.
and instead to examine the deeper currents, economic, technological, even cultural, that are shaping how Africa interacts with the rest of the world.
And to really get what's happening now, you almost have to look back, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Think about the Berlin Conference, 1884. That one event, it basically saw European powers just carve up an entire continent.
For their own gain. It set this long precedent, really. External forces dictating Africa's destiny.
Right. And that historical context is so crucial here.
It is, because what this analysis argues is that, okay, the direct colonial administration might be gone.
Yeah, the flags changed.
Exactly. But the underlying drive, powerful outsiders wanting resources, wanting influence in Africa that hasn't necessarily vanished. It's just
Yeah.
evolved. It looks different now.
Okay, so let's really dig into that term recolonization, because when you hear it, you might picture, I don't know, old maps, pith helmets,
Right, the historical imagery.
but this analysis is painting a totally different picture, isn't it? It's not about marching armies and planting flags anymore.
No, not in that classic sense. The analysis points to something much more sophisticated, multifaceted.
Oh, so
Well, we're talking about the influence wielded by, say, huge multinational corporations,
okay.
or the strategic deployment of military forces, but under different justifications,
Like counterterrorism.
for instance. And crucially, control over digital infrastructure.
Yeah.
That's becoming massive.
And these things are often framed positively.
Precisely. They use words like investment, infrastructure development, partnership, which, can sound great, but it might mask the deeper power dynamics at play.
Okay, so who are the key players in this evolving dynamic? The analysis lists quite a few, some old, some new. Let's maybe start with the ones with the longest history there, the former colonial powers.
Yeah, their legacy is still very present. Take France, its monetary influence through the CFA franc.